Now that I've learned that everyone can score in basketball, let's move on to a guy who didn't do much of it, Caleb Houstan. I just give him meh. That's my rating, meh.
Meh.
It's two hands, just I don't know.
Yep.
Meh. They're not they could form into a thumb maybe at some point, but they're just meh right now.
Right.
He's on this 4-year contract, $8 million a year, but year 3 is non-guaranteed, and year 4 is a club option. So really, it's next year, next season, and then Caleb could be parting ways. Young man, shooting 33% from 3. That's the skill that he's going to bring. Saw he can be a solid team defender, but never really pops off as an on-ball defender with that type of skill set. He is sneaky with motion off the ball, which you got to love.
Yep.
But again, there was only a couple times when he would pop. It's going to be – I'm meh on this because I just don't see him – I don't see him cracking these very rare lineup spots that we're going to have now and getting on the floor. And that's the biggest thing. You know, how are these guys going to get on the floor? If you're going to get a good rating from me, it's going to mean because you're going to be fighting for minutes. And right now, Caleb is just kind of, meh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't see it happening.
I wrote down see me after class.
Oh, that's never a good thing.
Well, it doesn't seem like a good thing if you're the student and you get it, but
yeah,
it does mean that the teacher cares about you enough to try to figure out this issue. They're not just giving you an F and throwing you back into the system, correct?
Yeah, you're right. No, and I definitely keep students sometimes and give them positive feedback, so
sure.
Let me retract that
statement. So, I mean, that's what I want to do. I want to sit them down and just be like, hey, man, a lot of guys have trouble shooting the long ball when they make the adjustment from college to the pros. Mm-hmm. You know, you're here on a decent contract. You're going to work on this over the summer, and hopefully you can become the shooting
threat that we
need.
Yeah.
He wasn't it this year. He was very meh, as you said to me when I'd see him on the court. He wasn't spectacular on defense. He wasn't impressing me on offense. Those are the two things in basketball. I mean, he wasn't awful.
No.
But he wasn't standing out either. He wasn't being like, oh, who was that? Caleb Houstan. All right, buddy. You know, like he needs to maybe just get more reps. I know he played well when he played down with Lakeland.
That's true.
And
now.
And I think having an off season with our team, we'll be able to have him work on his 3-point shooting a little bit. And because, like you said, he is pretty decent on motion, like going to find himself. But he's not a reliable 3-point shooter, so we're not really adding that to our offensive attack right now. But if he becomes a better 3-point shooter, that will demand that we add him as that off the bench, which I think is probably the ceiling he should be looking for next year, is to try to be a bench guy that could come in and give like 15 minutes a game and be a reliable 3-point shooter off the bench. But there's still time for him. First season, 20 years old.
Yeah. 6'8". I mean, you love the size because he can guard the wing position. 34% from 3 in your rookie year isn't bad.
Yep.
So, I mean, if you can get that up to like 37, 38% and working on it, he didn't get a lot of attempts. 2.7 a game. He's scoring 3.8 points, but there could be something there. You know, I think he seems, again, to have the right mentality. Jeff and John have done a really good job bringing in young men who seem really driven and focused. As you say, if he lives in the gym this summer, who knows? Who knows? He could make an argument for some time. I just don't know exactly where it's coming from.
I mean, remember some of the great 3-point shooters from college. JJ Redick is one. He did not make. He was not good his first few seasons. So it took him a while to dial in. And I see that when I see Caleb Houstan. So I feel like it's too early to put a definitive grade down there yet.